We are under the lights. So digging in now, Nelson Cruz. He'll get us started in this one under the lights.
Right fielder, Nelson Cruz.
And he fouls this one off. The windup and the 0-1. A little bouncer, but that one rolls foul. Here's another 0-2. And a half swing that time, but it's a full swing in the eyes of the umpire, and that'll be the first out of the inning.
Second base.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Daniel Murphy.
And a slider just about gets away from him there as it runs in a bit too close for comfort. Temperature here at game time, 61 degrees. Boy, that fastball is just sizzling up there. 1-1. 1-1. A little roller toward the hole. And a throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Now at the plate, Jose Bautista. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Pulls this one in the air out to left. Ruth has a beat on it. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Striding in, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. Right through it here, and he's behind 0-1. And it's a ball and a strike to Ken Griffey Jr. And now a curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. The 2-1 is swung on and missed, and that's strike two.
I think he'll be frustrated with himself about that swing. He was in a good hitter's count and ended up chasing one out of the zone. Now the count's even again.
Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2. Fastball called, strike three, and there's the first out of the inning. So the base is empty here with one away, and standing in now one of the best players of the past 2 decades, the great Chipper Jones. Popped him up. Murphy is there. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now in the box, Ted Williams looking to get on base and keep this first inning alive. Ready. Here's the first offering. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Martinez has a read on it, and the inning is over. Now batting, Kyle Schwarber. He'll lead it off here to begin the second.
Kyle Schwarber.
Check swing called strike. 0-1. And it's fouled away. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. Grounded back up the middle. Brett has it. Throw to first will be in time, and there's one gone here to start the second. So coming to the plate, J.D. Martinez, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Griffey waits on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. Digging in, Stan Musial. He'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball one. And it's 1-1 to stand the man.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
A swing and a high drive to right center field. Not quite out of here. It's off the out-of-town scoreboard.
He's around second now, and they still haven't gotten to this thing.
And a relay home. And he will come all the way around to score. Unbelievable. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded to the right. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning. Leading off the inning, Albert Pujols. And they'll need him to get something going here.
First baseman.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Now Pujols smacks one to left. Lots of carry on this ball. And goodbye. This one ain't coming back. So striding in, Babe Ruth. First delivery to him on the way. Way in front of a great slider that time. And a curveball that time that broke too low. Lifted in the air to straightaway center. Doby patrolling center makes the play, 1 out. At the plate, Mike Piazza, 1 run in and 1 gone so far this inning. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1. One and 1. The 1-1 home. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
He'll be kicking himself tonight if he doesn't come up with a big knock right here. That pitch was in a hittable location, and a hitter of this caliber usually doesn't let that go by.
The 1-2. There's a fastball that misses.
This kind of hitter right here, we call this guy a grinder. What are grinders? They just kind of foul off some good pitches. They lay off the pitches just off the plate. This is every pitcher's nightmare, a guy that's up there with a plan and not just up there swinging at anything that can throw towards home plate.
Second baseman.
Stepping in, Derek Jeter. Fly ball out toward left center field. Doby on the move. Makes the catch, and that'll retire. Into the box now, George Brett, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
George Brett.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ruth is there. 1 pitch, 1 out. Into the box, Ron Guidry.
Pitcher number 49.
First pitch on its way. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And they're going to hold him to a single here as they do a nice job of getting it back in quickly. So stepping in, Nelson Cruz. He went down looking to open up the ball game. No balls and 1 strike. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2. So far in this game, he's the only guy in the lineup that's gone down on strikes.
Yeah, and he might strike out for a second time right here.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Nelson Cruz goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Hit in the air out to center field. Griffey waits on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Digging in now, George Brett, as we move on to the bottom of inning number 3. Here's the first pitch to him.
Brett.
And a whiff at a good slider that time. Hard hit ball to second. Murphy's got it. that's out number 1. Next to hit will be the pitcher, Bob Feller. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. High and deep down the left field line. And that will end up a foul ball. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. There's a breaking ball over the outer half.
Hey, I couldn't tell from up here if the hitter was taken all the way or sitting fastball and just got knee buckled. Either way, that was a really good curveball right there. Move on to the next pitch, but have that in the back of your mind.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Bob Feller becomes the second out in the bottom of the 3rd. Not surprisingly here, this is on the ground to the right side. And he'll step. Stepping into the box, Jose Bautista. So far 0 for 1 with a flyout.
Jose Bautista.
Tap down the line. That winds up foul. The windup and the 0-1. And he chased up and out of the zone. A swing and a miss.
Yeah, Matty, not only is this guy using all 4 quadrants, he's elevating, getting their eye level.
Belted high and deep into right center. Williams going back on the warning track. He makes the catch. In now, Kyle Schwarber. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. The 0-1. Bounced softly in front of the plate. And the throw to Pujols is in time for the second out. Into the box now, J.D. Martinez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now a fastball a bit too low here. It's ball 1. Hot shot on the ground to short. And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. Digging in, Stan Musial, and he made it exciting early on as he circled the bases with an inside-the-park home run his first time up. 1 ball, no strikes to count. 1-0 count, here it is. High fly ball out to straightaway center. And Griffey will reach up and pull this one in, and that'll do it. Stepping up now, Chipper Jones. Comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Takes a knee-high fastball. Jones is one of the few true superstar hitters in the game. You're no doubt aware of it, but it doesn't matter who he's facing. He's a major league threat to hit the ball hard somewhere just about every time he steps into the box.
Yeah, one of the best hitters and truly blessed by the gods, but I don't think people realize the amount of time and effort this guy has put into honing his craft to become one of the great hitters in the sport.
And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
You know, we saw these guys around the cage during batting practice, and they told us they were going to be aggressive. I think this is getting a little ridiculous. They better watch themselves if they don't start putting balls in gaps. This guy's going to find himself in the 8th inning cruising.
Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-2.
It's a great job to lay off on that nasty slider right there. It's the toughest pitch. It was my toughest pitch to lay off of. I was always sitting fastball middle away, and when that slider came out, boy, did it look like a heater for a long time.
Now a fastball awfully close, but he doesn't get the call. It's 2-2 now. Fastball that just misses inside. The big bat of Albert Pujols is due up next. No walks yet. Here's the delivery. Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. So bases are empty here with 2 gone. And stepping in the former MVP, Albert. First offering on its way. Just a bit jumpy that time. Swung on and missed. 2 out, nobody on. This is on the ground over to first. The flip to the pitcher covering as that will retire. Digging in, Larry Doby. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The windup and the 0-1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time. Ball 1. No contact there, and it's 1-2.
Really feels like he's just on cruise control out there on the mound right now.
Yeah, it really does, Matt, but this offense isn't helping him too much. It sort of feels like the next team to score is going to win this thing.
And he'll steer clear of the flying debris to make the catch here for the first down. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Missed with a slider.
There's a good slider down and in at that back foot. That's a tough pitch to lay off as a hitter and a great pitch as a pitcher. That's one of those, how could he not swing at that one? A good take there on that pitch.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Fastball, and he swings through it to fall behind. Sent on the ground out to second. Jeter is up with it on to first, and there are 2 down. Coming to the plate now, Ron Guidry, 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. And no swing apparently. Ball 1.
Hey, he's close to having another quick inning right there with 2 quick outs. He's been very economical with his pitches, and if he continues to go like this.
And the shortstop is under it to make the play, retiring the. Stepping into the box, Babe Ruth. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Left fielder, Babe Ruth.
Here comes the first pitch. Takes a look at one catching the outside corner. Missed with a slider. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss at the good old Uncle Charlie.
This offense has just been flailing at the plate all game long, so it's no wonder why they've only been able to pick up 1 hit so far. I'm not seeing much of a game plan from these hitters.
Into the windup, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Count remains 2-2. Oh, this ball is hammered to deep center field. And this ball is gone. No chance to make a play on that one. Standing in, Mike Piazza. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Martinez has a read on it. Looks it into his glove, and there's 1 gone. At the plate, Derek Jeter. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off. Here's the 0-1. And now a curveball that bounces up to the plate. It's 1-1. Well, they'll run this one in on him, and he can't connect, so he finds himself down 1-2 now.
2 things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
swing, high drive, left field and deep. Martinez looking up. And this one is gone. A home run. Stepping in, George Brett. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First delivery to him on the way. Fouled away. Brett's behind, no balls and 2 strikes.
You know, the old adage is you never throw a lefty down and in because their ability to turn and burn, and this pitcher's taking that to heart. He is throwing everything away right here.
Hard liner to center field. Doby is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Bob Feller. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Grounded foul toward the coaching box at third. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame.
When you have 2 strikes on you, as a hitter,
Swung on and missed, and that's the final. Here's Nelson Cruz now. He went down on strikes last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. And he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1.
these are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
And they'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now.
You know, what I'm seeing here is a reluctance to throw the fastball. It's like he feels he can't throw the ball right by him right now.
And this one's going to bounce up to the plate. An easy take there, and it's 3-1 now. 3-1 is a fastball, and he can't connect. 3-2.
That was a good swing right there. It might be the best one he's had all night because he was right on it.
He struck him out. The third time he's fanned in the game. Digging in once again, Daniel Murphy. And that diamond rating on his card isn't just for show. It'd be tough to argue he's anything but one of the game's best players. The 1-0. High in the air out to center field. Griffey waits on it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away. Ready for another shot now, Jose Bautista. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. First pitch coming, here it is. And he fouls this one off. We're in the 6th inning here in a 3-1 ball game. And this runs inside, and that looked like it got him pretty good. So here's the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber, 0 for 2 on his line thus far. In there, and it's 0-1. 0-1, here it comes. And this is bounced foul at the plate, and that moves the count to 0-2 now. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. Popped him up. And he will indeed make the play in foul territory to retire the side. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Ken Griffey Jr. He'll lead it off.
Center fielder, Ken Griffey Jr.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Gloved by Murphy. Throws in time, and that's out number 1. Digging in, the switch hitter, Chipper Jones. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And on A neck-high fastball that time.
That's a good take on that fastball there. You know he's looking for something up there to drive, but that was just a little above his happy zone. Not everyone has the discipline to hold back on those.
And a swing and a miss as that looked like self-defense there. It's 2-2.
He had some really good late action on that slider right there. It's hard to do anything with that pitch unless you're sitting on it and catch it out front before it breaks all the way in.
Swing and a little tapper. Don't quite know where that one missed, but it's not for me to decide. 3-2.
With the meat of the order due up next, you could probably expect to see something you can handle here with the full count as the two-hole hitter.
Now a swing and a miss by Chipper as he couldn't come up with it, and there are 2 away now. Now at the plate, Ted Williams. He flew out his first time around and then was a strikeout victim most recently. And here's a slider that's nowhere close, and it's 1. Vladimir Guerrero will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out from the bases empty. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Bouncer down the line. And they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. Here's Albert now. First pitch coming. Here it is. He's running. Pitch is mishandled behind the plate and it bounces away. And just what they wanted offensively as the runner moves into scoring position. Guerrero at second with 2 down. Hit on the ground toward the left. A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit. Ready once again, Babe Ruth looking for a 3rd straight 2-out hit and a run in the inning. First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike. Runners on first and third, 2 away. Lifted the other way to left center. And this will get over the wall, in fact, so just the 1 run will be allowed to score. Stepping up to the plate, Mike Piazza. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1. Grounder down the line at third. But a foul ball, 1-1. Ready with the 1-1. And a fastball just a bit high.
Well, you know, giving up 3 straight hits is bad enough, but now it looks like he's starting to nibble a little bit. It's hard not to when you're getting hit, but you don't want to put yourself in bad counts.
And he'll get there in plenty of time to put this one. Stepping in and ready for another shot, J.D. Martinez. He singled his last time up.
Even though we're moving into the back end of this game, they're only down by a couple of runs. You know that old slogan, a bloop and a blast? They could certainly use that right now.
Therefore, it is Griffey, and that's out number 1. Coming to the plate now, Stan Musial. Perhaps he can drive another one out of the park just like he did back in the second. Curveball stays a little high that time. Hard on the ground towards short. Played on the backhand. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. So striding forward now, Larry Doby. No hits to this point. Sliders in for a strike.
Hey, we're moving into the later innings right here. This guy's continuing to pitch well with his first pitch strike percentage well over 60%. That's about league average so far, so he's right on point.
And he will get there to make. Ready now, Derek Jeter. He's a diamond-level player who's one of the rare few in the game who's able to hit for contact and power at an elite level. Drilled down the line. Yeah, this is foul for the first strike. The windup and the 0-1. Popped high in the air. And there's your first out of the inning. Now at the plate, George Brett hit the ball pretty well in his last at-bat, but it resulted in a line-out. And a layoff fastball here in a good spot, but ruled the ball 1-0. Here's a high pop-up. Schwarber has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Now to the plate, Bob Feller. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. First pitch on its way. Now a bunt attempt here. And that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Settling in now, George Brett. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. And a good idea to hold off on that swing. It's ball 1. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Ruth has a read on it. He's got it 1 away. Standing in, Ron Guidry. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 8th inning, 4-1 is our score. Adam Lind will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with 1 gone in the inning. As anticipated, here's a ground ball now to the right side. And he is out on the tag. Here's Nelson Cruz now, who could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
Boy, a check swing on a pitch way out of the zone. Just held up, but boy, as a pitcher, you're hoping that he swings at that one.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Guerrero is there, makes the catch in the side. Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. So the batting order turns over now and set to go. Ken Griffey Jr. He struggled at the top of the lineup in this one, hitless to this point. Where this one almost in books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Manny D, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Fastball that just misses inside. And that one stayed too low apparently. Now the 2-0 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 1. Betances is known in part as a reliever with a clutch factor, perhaps. An escape artist is another way to put it. Regardless, he seems to be at his best when pressed up into difficult situations, which is kind of what you want out of a bullpen arm.
No doubt about it, Matty B. And I call a guy like this troubleshooters. Guys that you can bring into a game with runners in scoring position. They don't panic. They keep the game at a slow pace. And more importantly, they make good pitches to good hitters to get out of tough situations.
Sent on the ground out to second. And 8 innings have come and gone now as the ready for another chance. Daniel Murphy. It was a flyout for him in his last trip.
Daniel Murphy.
Into the corner and slicing foul. And a good job to lay off the fastball there close, but it's 1-1. The 1-2. Ball sent on the ground to Albert over at first. And he'll take this to the bag himself. 1 gone here in the 9th.
Now batting.
Riding in once again, Jose Bautista. He comes into this at-bat 0 for 2 with the hit by pitch. Fly ball out to straightaway right. Snyder's under it. And that's the second out of the inning. So now it'll be the 4-hole hitter, Kyle Schwarber. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the 9th. And he'll step off and try and reset. Now a step off as they try to get on the same page. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. 2 out, nobody on. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. Outside, 2-1.
Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on. So I think it's time to start looking for ways to make some things happen. Drop a bunt, get up on the plate, something.
And it's fouled away. Crowd of over 39,000 on their feet. And he holds up on this one, but it's a called strike 3. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, we watched a really solid starting pitching performance. Kept the opposite.